550 KTRS. We are waiting to check in with Karen Travers live from Jerusalem following the president. And then we've got Tom Rivers live from Manchester on the latest there. That killing now with the bombing outside of the concert. 22 have been killed. We'll go to Tom Rivers here in just a moment. Now, talk to you about your garage floor because cracks, peeling, it's a little nasty, isn't it? It's a little gnarly. Well, you know what? You don't have to live like that. If you call Seal Tech, the guys at Seal Tech will come and they will redo your entire concrete floor in just one day. Seal Tech is great. They'll come in and they'll fix it. And when I mean by fix it, they'll put a Seal Tech polymer coating system on your garage floor in one day. It will not chip, flake, delaminate. It will never fade or yellow. It's 100% UV stable. And what's great about it is that Seal Tech comes with a 15-year warranty. Many of their jobs are from homeowners who said, I went to the store and I tried to do it myself, and it was a disaster. There are some things you can do yourself, and there are some things you should leave to the professionals. And that's where Seal Tech comes in, because in just one day, they can make up for your mistakes, fix it, and then sit down and put down the Seal Tech polymer in just one day. It comes in 15 different colors, and it comes with a 15-year warranty. It is a great way to fix the garage. It's great for the man cave. It's great for the hobby area. It's just great because it really sets off that concrete floor. They'll do the curbs around the edges. They'll also do the steps going up into the house. Seal Tech, you need to see it for yourself. Check them out online, stlgaragefloors.com. That's 636-294-6299 or stlgaragefloors.com.
That we must drive out the terrorists and the extremists from our midst, obliterate this evil ideology, and protect and defend our citizens and people of the world.
Karen Travers is traveling with the president in Jerusalem. Good morning, Karen Travers.
Good morning.
Overall, the day was what yesterday? What was the highlight?
For the president, I think it was those somber, quiet moments when he went to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre and then the Western Wall. And he walked up and had a moment by himself where he placed his hand on the wall and, as is custom, slipped a piece of paper inside, presumably with a prayer or a hope or wish. And before that, he had gone to that church, also in Jerusalem's Old City. And it was a rare break on this trip from what's been a pretty rapid-fire schedule of meetings, summits, remarks. The president pausing for a little bit of culture and religion. Yeah,
he did make comments on the bombing or the accident in Manchester. Tell us how that came about.
He did. The president this morning, standing with the Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas, said that the United States stands in absolute solidarity with the people of the United Kingdom. And he's spoken to British Prime Minister Theresa May, extending prayers and condolences, as well as the full support. The president, in those on-camera remarks, though, talking about the perpetrator of the attack, whose identity and motive we do not know yet. He said so many young, innocent, beautiful people living and enjoying their lives murdered by evil losers. And he used that word losers 4 times in these very brief remarks on the apparent terror attack in Manchester.
Karen, there's also a little bit of controversy that's coming back over here, and that is he I guess walking out of a meeting, he made an emphatic plea that he never used the word Israel in that meeting in the Oval Office.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so this was interesting yesterday in a photo op with the Israeli Prime Minister. At the end of it, there was a question shouted at Netanyahu, and he said the intelligence cooperation between the two countries is fantastic, essentially assuring that there's no tension after the reports about the president passing along that information. That seemed to be the end of it. That was the final remark, and the Prime Minister turned to move away. But President Trump jumped in then and said he wanted to make it clear that he never said the word Israel in that meeting with the Russians. A couple things here. First, nobody alleged that he did. That wasn't the issue of him saying that. In fact, the White House said on the record that the president didn't know the source of that intelligence. Well, now he's essentially confirming that it was Israel. So, but, the political controversies at home, of course, still following him here to the Middle East.
So talk about a lot of conversation this trip was talking about peace between the Palestinians and the Israelis. How did it go over, and give us a little insight into that?
A lot of conversations, but not a lot of detail yet. I mean, everybody speaking in pretty broad brushstrokes about the desire to work together and the intention to work towards restarting peace talks that have been on hold for nearly 3 years. But there's no blueprint. I mean, there's really not even a starting point. It's just the two sides saying that they feel optimistic because it's President Trump who's trying to lead this effort. But in terms of substantial reason for that optimism, that's not clear. It's notable, I think, to hear both sides say it's just because it's President Trump. First, that means it's not Barack Obama in office anymore, because the president had a cool, chilly relationship with the Israeli prime minister. Certainly, he has a much warmer one with Donald Trump, and I think that right there, that's a good starting point for at least getting people back to the table.
So what's on tap for today, Karen Travers?
The president just wrapped up remarks at the Israel Museum, and it was largely what we've heard over the last 2 days. And now he heads to Rome, and he will be there ahead of his meeting tomorrow at the Vatican with Pope Francis, which should be very interesting given their very public, sort of surprising public sparring last year over the issue of immigration and refugee policy. They have a lot of differences, but the White House says they want this to be a conversation about issues of mutual concern and finding common ground.
He is going to get an audience with the Pope, right? I mean, they're going to sit down and have a nice chat?
Yeah, for sure. 20, 30 minutes most likely.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being a fly on the wall for that one.
If only. We'll probably see some images of it, but I don't think we're going to be there for the entire time. But there's a lot of protocol that goes into a meeting like that too, which is really interesting. You have to wear a dark jacket for the reporters going in, no open-toed shoes. There's where do you stand? How do you greet the Pope? There's a lot of detail. So I'm sure on the flight over tonight, the White House staff will be getting a detailed briefing.
Karen Travers, ABC News correspondent in Jerusalem, doing double duty. Following the news, reporting the news, and then having to get up and tell us all about it. Karen, thanks for checking in.
Have a great day.
You got it. 6:55 here.